Today we're revisiting our sorceress primarily because I have decided to go ahead and swap out her build for something a little bit different. Let me get my camera centered there so you guys can see. I decided to go ahead and switch to a spark build because while our arc build was fine like maybe 85% of the time, and it was really satisfying to watch it just zip back and forth across things, the need to maintain your remnants and having to deal with all of that rather than just having a set ability that just does some damage. I mean, yeah, 18,000 isn't a lot, but the scaling that we have based off of the gear that we were told to get for this build, specifically Widow Hail along with a bunch of stuff that came from the quiver here. We get 284% increased bonus from our quiver, and then this gives us +2 to our projectile skills, and then additional crit chance. So basically what we're trying to do, and we're still using Malagaro's Virtuosity because critical damage bonus is 250, is base 250%. I don't think you can get that pretty much anywhere, but outside of just this, without having to sacrifice a bunch of other stuff to get to that. So yeah, it's a spark build. You run around, you throw your sparks down, move on. Run around, you throw your sparks down, you move on. It seems to be working. I don't know. Every build that you do is going to have some kind of sacrifice that you have to make it to live with it. I had to sacrifice a little bit, a fair bit of energy shield to switch over to this build, which kind of sucks, but we're going to make it work. Let's grab ourselves another tablet. What was that one? I forget. We have a ritual tablet, and then I think we can switch over. I'd like to find one that has a rarity in it. So rare monsters versus, I really want to, 19% of rare. All right, so 19% rarity is good. So we want to find nice stuff if we can find it. Quantity of items, pack size. I think rarity is probably pretty decent. So we'll take this, we'll put that there, and we'll hop into the map and start doing our stuff. So yeah, super simple build. You walk around, when you start seeing stuff, you start throwing down your spark, and that's pretty much the end of it. So you start running into a little bit more tough stuff. You throw down your firewall to get the fire damage added to it, and then we have all of our damage being converted to cold. So if you see things, we're basically getting like the all the elements happening at once, because I forget what it is that does it, but we have something in our build that converts all of our damage to cold. So yeah, that's just, it's nice to not have to aim. It's nice to have the entire screen being damaged at once. And once you get a bunch of projectiles out, the build has you turn the projectile speed up to like 1,000, which is why you see it just zooming across the screen. It's an anime princess's build, I do believe. So, there are a couple of map modifiers that really makes this build difficult to use. And when you run into things that have proximal tangibility, you start running into some problems because you still have to move around. You still have to move around the. Ooh, I'm gonna actually wait for that one. You still have to move around them to get damage for proximal tangibility. It doesn't matter what direction your ability comes from. It matters where you are when you cast it, and so I think that's kind of dumb. The whole point of this is supposed to go across the screen and just kind of kill everything, but it doesn't always work that way. Get away from that. I also have Frost Bomb to add a little bit of single target damage. Got a little too close there. We had something interesting drop. So the more we can just keep our projectiles just running around, the better. Oh, no. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is my irritation with the game. I have a pretty reasonable number of, oh my god, why are there 4 freaking rares coming out right now? This is unreasonable. I'm sorry. They need to have limits on this stuff. They need to have limits on this stuff. I should not have 4 rares coming out of one place, all of them with like this energy shield thing that they, or whatever it is. Like, dude, come on, man. Because here's my thing. I know that, you know, I know that there's a mindset out there about gear checks and stuff like that, and that's fine. But that needs to be specific encounters that you choose to engage with. Running around tier 15 maps should not be a gear check, right? It shouldn't be a gear check whether you have enough gear and defensive layers and stuff like that to survive the map. Even if it's a league mechanic, it should still not be a gear check. It should just be something that it's like a little bit of a rise in addition to everything else that you're doing, because you're supposed to be grinding through the map. You're grinding currency. That's what you're doing right now. It should not just be, oh my god, all of a sudden I have to freaking stop everything I'm doing and like, ugh, and get one shot by things. And the reason I say that this is ridiculous is that because, I mean, I have maxed out resistances and I'm immune to chaos, right? And yeah, I don't have like 7,000 freaking hit points like I used to, but I'm still pushing 6,000, you know, energy shield here. I should be able to comfortably walk through maps and not have to worry. I'm geared. I'm geared out. I've spent a lot of money on this gear, and I shouldn't have to worry about dying because they have balanced this stuff in a way that makes it to where just out of nowhere, you're gonna die. We're just gonna make sure you die. We wanna make, like, they have this unhealthy obsession with making sure that players are gonna die in this game. Like, the fact that their thought process is, you should be dying to bosses. It's like, dying is not heroic. I'm supposed to be a hero. Dying is not heroic. How about we not make the game set up so that you're supposed to die? Especially when you're gonna punish me. Especially when you're gonna punish me with experience points loss. Right? Like, if you're gonna punish me, then you need to make sure that the chances of, like, that it's a fair fight. It needs to be a fair fight. This is a video game, not real life. It needs to be a fair fight. I'm sorry. I disagree with this idea that, oh, we're hardcore, we're gonna do it. No, you choose to be hardcore. Give us things that are hardcore to do that we choose to interact with. Not that we have to put up with because you decided to throw some shit in there. Come on. Anyways. So this build overall feels pretty good until you start running into certain mechanics that are just, you know, but I was running into that same problem. Like it was just different problems with the other build. Like if you weren't able to build up infusions, then there was just no damage. There was no damage at all. The build relied almost exclusively on infusions. So I wanted something that was a little bit more consistent. Yeah, maybe the actual, you know, overall individual damage output is quite a bit lower, but that damage is spread around the screen quite a lot. And the DPS number on the tooltip is, I mean, he said himself it's deceptive because there's a lot of behind-the-scenes things that are happening that drastically increase your damage output, especially when you start, you know, especially when you start getting more elements attached. When you start getting that cold and fire attached to your projectiles, to your lightning projectiles. So, I think we got a boss. I think we got the boss here. Okay, come on. Oh, yo. Got lucky there. We got lucky there that he got frozen right as he was about to do something, because I think I was about to get my butt handed to me. But the timing worked out. That's another thing I like about this build, is that because it has a lot of ice damage, because it's been converted to ice damage, you get reasonable amounts of crowd control because things get frozen, you know, a fair bit. They get frozen a fair bit. So I want to go and find the last of the rituals for this map, because, you know, I want to try to get that Orb of Annulment if we can get it. I've had to defer it like twice already, so I'm hoping we can get it this time. I'm getting kind of tired of deferring that damn thing. All right, here we go. Be careful to not get swarmed under. I mean, that's just really fast. It's really, really fast. I like the, because you know, it sucks that we're losing a fair bit of our single target damage doing it this way, but you know, you spend most of your time running around the map, not necessarily, you know, doing single target damage. And yeah, it's nice to be able to walk up and just face plant a boss in like 2 seconds, but at the same time, again, you spend most of your time. You spend most of your time.
What do you need?
Sorry, you spend most of your time running around the map. So speeding that up is a excuse me. Speeding that up is of paramount importance. I mean, it just is. I guess we could probably do this one. Unfortunately, we didn't really get a waystone out of that, which sucks. I've just been kind of moving my way. I like just being able to just meander through maps now. I don't have to worry about where I'm going. I just kind of go. Yeah, if you're trying to get citadels, if you're trying to do citadels and stuff, you want to try to go in a direction, I guess. But I don't really care about that. I mean, if I see some in the distance, I'll move my way. I'll move my way towards them. But for the most part, I'm far more concerned with. I'm far more concerned with just running through maps and hopefully finding cool stuff. Because yeah, there a couple of the fragments that you get, the crisis shards that you get from those, can be worth a decent amount. Like I think 2 of them are worth a relatively decent amount. But there's one of them that you only get like 2 chaos orbs or something out of it. It's like, that wasn't really worth my time. So yeah, this build's pretty nice because it goes all over the screen. Oh, he's been powered. That would explain that. I can basically just kind of walk around and dodge roll forward and just keep plopping these things down, especially in tight areas like this where your projectiles ricochet all over the place. Like, you can get some serious, like, more open areas kind of suck, actually, because you're not getting as much bouncing from your projectiles as you get from, like, what we're getting right now. We're getting a lot more concentration of our damage because everything's just bouncing around a lot more. So yeah, like, that's it for him because he was just getting slammed by everything so quickly. Spark is one of those abilities that's just way better when you're inside. And then when I get a single target thing, I can just pop down the frost bomb, and I have it set to go off very quickly. I'll take that. Orb of Alchemy is always good. I don't think we've come across a ritual yet. Alright, there we go. Ask and ye shall receive. I hate it when parts of the map look like you should be able to walk on them and then you cannot. It's really annoying. Okay, so that's 1 out of 4. Alright, here's the boss, I would think. Oh, this guy. I just gotta dodge roll around kind of arbitrarily because I don't want to. I don't want to get hit by something stupid because I can't see. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, we got a map out of that at least, so I don't have to go buy one now. That's good. get this one done. Like, that's way faster and more satisfying than the other build that we have. It just is, you know? And every once in a while, you get that nice, satisfying just chain that just kind of erases everything, and it's nice. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. And it's nice when that happens, but, you know, it's dependent on a lot of things, and I want to just kind of, you know, walk through the map and just kill everything, be done with it. This also this build, I accidentally clicked the mouse button for that. This build also feels a lot better for the Abyss most of the time, until we get like big single target stupidness, like, or we get something that's lightning resistance and is evasive. I mean, there's always that too. I don't know why. These guys killed. Alright, looks like we got an Abyssal Depths. Let's go do that then. Might as well. The nice thing about this build is that it does go off screen, so if you're a patient sort of person, you could theoretically make it to where you never see a monster. You just stand there and shoot things and walk forward, and by the time you get to them, they're dead. But I'm too impatient for that, so I do want to progress through the map and not just, you know, sit and take forever to do it. Really nice when the extra cold damage starts going. Everything just kind of erases themselves. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna stay over here for a second and let the damage just kind of go. Just slowly advance, and hopefully these guys will just kind of die. Oh, no, no. Come back over here. They dead? Alright. So, if you can force yourself to be patient, this build, it's one of the reasons I wanted to do this build, because having the option of just kind of staying far away and letting all of your damage reach out and touch someone is just way better. Instead of, the other build, you have to have line of sight, whereas this one, you can just... Hold on. Whereas this one, you know, you can just stand wherever you want, and it's all just going to kind of... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's all just going to kind of... it's just going to spread out over the map. So we'll clear out these last two... keep pressing that button by accident. Yeah, when you can get it closed in like this, and your stuff is just zipping back and forth really fast, it's really, really nice. All right, so we'll find the last one, because I would like to get that stack of splinters if I can. Oh, we'll do this too. Why not? Come on. You can do it. Oh, and the last ritual's here. Let's do the expedition first. Expedition logbooks versus quantity and quantity. Pack size. And I guess I want that logbook one. So we'll do this right here. Yeah, I think that right there is probably okay. I'm gonna have to run for a second though. Alright, that takes care of all of them. We literally didn't get a single logbook. What the hell, dude? Alright, fine, whatever. Let's grab the last of this. Alright, well, I wanted to get that, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get it, so we will defer that one, because 30 splinters is pretty sweet. We'll do that, and then we'll re-roll and see if maybe we can defer something else. Yeah, we'll defer that. And probably that. Confirm. Re-roll one more time, just to see if anything else cool pops up. It does not look like that's gonna happen, so... I don't know why I took that. That was kind of dumb. I'm never able to find a trade for that, so it was kind of pointless to take that. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, where you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with that thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who prefer to go that route. Because some people do like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels, so that option is there for your convenience. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.